Hello, everybody, and welcome to Baldur's Gate 3. My name is Dr. Obsidia. I'm here with Jim. What do you say, Jim?
I can cast the spell Aid now, which is, awesome.
Yeah, we all have 5 more hit points than we used to have, which is very awesome, especially at this level.
If we left, we could at least make a run for it.
So that's an increase in the cap of our hit points, and it's not concentration. It's good until a long rest. So basically, like the mage, when he wakes up, he casts mage armor. I just wake up and cast Aid.
Well, in it.
Good work, kids. You're all heroes.
Let me feel.
Each and every one of you.
All right, here's Will. We'll talk to him.
I should speak up.
Go on. Give me a best shot. Not bad. Again.
I can't do it. I'm not like you.
Umi, I don't need you to be like me. You just have to buy enough time to run. Come on. I believe in you. You can do this.
The whelp is hopeless. Okay. It's good advice, child. You do well to listen.
You're on the right path, Umi. Go on now. Practice what you've learned. Well met. The Blade of Frontiers at your...
The man's smile bends downward, and his thoughts become yours. You are the Blade of Frontiers, racing through the wastes of Avernus. Just ahead, a diabolical figure, red skin, single curled horn, blazes with flame, bloodied great axe held high.
Hell's great fires. You were on the ship.
I need all the friends I can get.
Better friends than the ones hitching a ride in our skulls, at least. I'm sure you know the stories. Doomed to shed our skin and become illithid. They say there's no coming back. But we haven't sprouted any tentacles. Not yet, anyway. Could just be good luck. I'm not so...
Your minds collide once more. Will chases the fiend ignited with rancor. She is an infernal war devil. A threat to the living. Evil incarnate.
Shit! You saw her. Advocatus Diaboli.
Advocatus Diaboli.
Hey.
Devil's advocate. A champion in the blood war between diabolical forces and demons.
The Devil's Advocate. Do you think she'll bring the blood war to Faerun?
That ship sailed the Styx already. All I can hope for is to limit the damage. Her name is Karlach, an archdevil soldier I swore on my good eye to kill. I tracked her through the hells to the Mind Flayer ship, but the damned illithids infected me before I could end her. She's out there now, preying on the innocent. I don't kill her, she'll leave behind nothing but a trail of corpses.
I suggest we partner up. Well, I'll help. Yeah, I'll help you cast the devil back into hells.
I'm up for the challenge. You've just got to make a little space.
Meet me at camp.
A splendid plan. We'll talk more there.
All right.
Goblins out forever.
All right, so that's the only companions we're going to get for a little while. There are more coming, but we can kind of make our party as we would like for now. We can always shift it up later. So, he was a warlock, by the way. So what are you thinking you want to do?
I'm liking playing the wizard because I know we made a lot of comps to Divinity, but it feels comfortable where I'm playing midfield with the healer between the healing the back line and the front line kind of a deal.
Okay.
So I think that it would be a good idea. I mean, maybe it's not, but right now it feels right to play the wizard as my second. Obviously, I'm happy with my cleric.
Okay, so do you want to keep Gale as the wizard then, or do you want to respec someone else as a wizard?
Well, we were talking about that, and you were concerned about how that would get janky with the story, which I don't want to do, but I would prefer to respec one of the ladies.
All right, let's go back to camp then. See if we can make a decision here. Go back to camp. We want to run with ladies. We have two. We have Shadowheart and we have Lizelle. Lizelle, the Shadowheart is a cleric. So she is a caster, but
she's redundant.
Yeah, so we'd have to respect her. She is a caster, so there is that. She's kind of dedicated to her goddess. And Lizelle is like, we have to figure out another spot there. Unless you don't want the wizard, unless you want a bard. Because we were talking about that too. Or a sorcerer.
Oh, the only reason we would get a bard is if you didn't want to run the rogue.
I'll dump Asterion and pick up the other lady since you want another lady friend in the group. So it's either I pick up Lizelle or Shadowheart and you take the other one.
Okay. Either way, we'll need a bard if we're dumping the rogue.
Well, I mean, we can always respec one and do another rogue, is what I'm saying. So it's like, what do we like? Let's ignore the fact that we're gonna, who we're running with. We're gonna take the two girls, but then the question is, well, let's go talk to the Withers. By the way, he's right here. He's hanging out in our camp, so he wants to talk to us.
Is life but a waking? We meet again, as predicted. I shall be here in thy camp, for whenever thou hast need of my services.
Not to be rude, but what are you?
There are many answers to that question. None are important.
See, he's very evasive.
Yeah.
I'll focus on the divine energy you feel from his presence. Oh boy. Yeah, I didn't do well with that critical roll. I'm not gonna roll again. There
is a great divine energy indeed, but the source is unclear.
I wonder if he's some kind of deity. What services can he's not a skeleton. You were sorting something before. What were you doing?
Beyond mortal realms, there doth exist an amalgamation of spirits akin to thine own, ensnared by the treacherous cult of the Absolute, felled in its name. They bear great discontentment with their destiny.
Imagine they do.
For a mere pittance of coin, I might summon the worthiest among them to lend aid to thy undertaking.
Will they join me willingly?
Most willingly, forsooth. Their passions doth run deep for what hath been wrought upon them.
So those are the ones we can summon that are not those NPCs. Do you think I can trust these cultists?
Suspicion always haunts the guilty mind. My services are all that I can proffer thee. What thou wilt do with them is for thee to undertake.
Impressive.
Should thou or any of thy compatriots perish, I will cleave soul to body once more.
So he is a resurrection guy. So if anybody dies, like we can't bring him back, we just come to him, but we pay a bunch for it.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned a cost. What is it?
A matter of coin.
Yeah, let's see. Can you help me change my class?
As thou desire.
I think I just paid to change my own class, which was probably a mistake. Might have just wasted it by mistake. I've never done this before, so my bad.
We're learning. It's all good.
Yeah, so I'm not going to do anything here. You want to lose unsaved progress? Oop. Confirm. Well, that may have wasted it. I think I need to, well, level, yeah, not my level all the way back down again. All right.
But you can level up.
Yeah, great weapon. Not hard to do. I don't really have much to choose from with this guy. Except... So I could probably talk to him with...
Keep your distance, darling.
Yeah, I could talk to him with the other one. Just put him in the party and tell him to respec then. I have enough money to do it. Okay. So, yeah, it messed up my stuff too. Shield of Faith. We're gonna drop Bless, take Heroism, Smite, Compel Duel. Yeah, we want those, I think. Okay. All right. Well, that was kind of a waste. All right. So, well, first of all, do you? I'm gonna leave it up to you. Do you want Lizelle to control Lizelle, or do you want to control Shadowheart?
I'll take Shadowheart.
Okay, let's
Seems
go.
like a good moment to talk.
Let's go talk to her.
The Blade of Frontiers. Let's hope Will lives up to his name. We'll need all the help we can get.
We should join me.
Your dance card is full. Lose a partner and there'll be room for me.
You can take Asterian's place.
Lead the way then.
All right. She's gonna level up, but you don't need to level her. So let me switch her around. Talk to Lizelle. Lizelle's gonna hate me, by the way.
The Githyanki
That should
people
be
have
fun.
a word for men like the Blade of Frontiers. Shalak. Roughly translated, idealist do-gooder. Or better yet, benevolent burden. His confidence is an asset. His pursuit of valor, not so much. The party's full. You'll need to make room. Good. Our victory is most certain.
All right. So then, she's gonna have to respec to. I guess I can take control of her right now and do it, since I have enough money. I'll use. I'll use her.
Money.
I'll use her and talk.
Speak.
The problem is she won't have many spells. Oh, she gets them. Never mind.
Another. Thy name has been recorded. I shall be here in thy camp for whenever thou hast need of my services.
All right, Withers. Change my class.
As thou desire.
So now the question is, do we want her to be a wizard, a warlock, or a sorcerer? Or do you want her to be the bard? Because now I'm looking at everything. So we already have a paladin and a cleric. So we've got plenty of divine.
Right. I say a wizard, so we have some brains in the group.
Yeah, so the warlock may be redundant. Sorcerer is also, they're both charisma based, aren't they?
I know that sorcerer is. I don't remember warlock. But I want to say yes.
Warlock is charisma, sorcerer is charisma. Druid is wisdom, monk is dex. Bard is charisma. So the only one with intelligence is wizard.
Yeah,
All right.
that was my concern.
All right, so I'm picking her stuff right now. So class is wizard. Sub race I cannot change. High elf cantrip I can change. So she gets 3 cantrips, okay? So her high elf cantrip. Let me see if there's any difference between them. No, they're all the same. So there's acid splash, which is a dex save, 1d6 acid. Bone chill, which is 1d8 necrotic. It prevents the target from healing until your next turn, and undead targets receive disadvantage on attack rolls.
I don't necessarily think that we need so much on that because we got a paladin and a cleric who are ready for undead.
Right, but that prevents the target from healing.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, so if they're throwing heals or they're regenerating, you smack them with Bone Chill and they're done healing for a round.
Okay.
So there's that. And remember, cantrips we can't easily replace. We'd have to respec her to get new cantrips. So gotta be careful here. Firebolt does the most damage, 1d10.
And I think it's the longest range.
18. No, those are all 18. Those three. Okay. And then Ray of Frost is 1d8 and then reduces their movement by 3. Says you already know this spell. Don't think we do. Okay. So we need a ranged attack. So though, out of those, which one do you want? There's poison spray too, which is only 3 meters, but it does 1d12. It's obnoxious.
I hate poison spray because it's a con save.
Yeah.
The only way I take poison spray is if I take Evoker, which I might do anyhow, but no.
So do you want Firebolt for the damage, Bone Chill or Ray of Frost for the effect, or Acid Splash, which is the weakest? It's a dex save.
I want the Firebolt because if we throw grease around, it can set it on fire.
That is true. All right. Now the cantrips. That was the High Elf cantrip, because she's a High Elf, so she gets a free one. That's the free one, which is nice. You have light already, right?
That's correct.
So the other thing we can do then is she can take those ones. There's also Shocking Grasp, where if you smack it, she has advantage on melee attacks. You know,
Armored.
Yeah, armored. Sorry, metal. Yeah, metal armor. Blade Ward, only half damage from bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. Friends. We're at the higher difficulty. Yeah.
Gives you a charisma bonus.
If she talks. Yeah, if she talks. Right. Dancing Lights is, it's basically a light spell, but it moves around.
Yep.
Light, which we already have. Mage Hand is interesting. You don't think it's much, but you can actually cast it, and you can smack stuff with it. So it does like 1 damage. It does put something else on the board. I had it with my other character. I don't use it very much, but you can actually like reach across stuff and like cast it somewhere, and it's got an 18-meter range. You can actually interact with objects and
I
stuff.
think we should have Mage Hand. That's a big one.
Okay, Mage Hand, Minor Illusion, which compels creatures to investigate. So it's kind of like throwing some rock or something, and then they go check it. I don't know if that's a big deal. True Strike, which is advantage on your next attack roll, which I never really cared about much personally. So those are your choices.
How many do I get to pick?
2 more.
2 more. Okay, I want the True Strike because if I'm going to throw a nuke, I want it to hit.
Okay. Then you got 1 more, which I would say you probably want another damaging type, because if they're immune to fire.
That shocking grasp or the one that hoses healing.
So Bone Chill. You were throwing a lot of Ray of Frost around. I don't know if you like that one. Ray of Frost does slow them down, so if you need to get away from them, it gives you a 3-meter boost to run. So it's like screw their heal or slow them down so we can, move around them a bit more. Any preference?
Call.
Yeah.
All right, dump the True Strike, and then I'll take the Ray of Frost and the
Bone Chill.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll just go for versatility in damage among the cantrips, and then I'll use her spell slots more as battlefield control.
All right, so spell slots or spells she's got. I'm going to give her Mage Armor because you like Mage Armor.
Definitely.
And then anything else? There's Ice Knife. You like Witch Bolt. That's a good one.
Yep, I like Witch Bolt.
Okay, so here's the other ones. You know what these are, I think. Burning Hands, Charm Person, Chromatic Orb is hurls the 3d4 thunder, which is kind of nice. Color Spray blinds up to 33 hit points worth of stuff. Disguise Self, Expeditious Retreat, False Life gives you 7 temporary hit points. Featherfall, Magic Missile, Long Strider, which increases your movement speed, a creature's movement speed by 3 meters until long rest. No concentration. So it boosts movement speed, which is really nice too. Enhanced Leap, in case you need to jump, triples your jumping distance. And sometimes we do have to jump stuff and some people can't make it. So that does help. Ice Knife, you know what Ice Knife does. Hits and explodes.
Yeah, I felt that.
Grease is really nice because, you know, it can set it on fire. So it's like you got your own synergy effect there. Find Familiar, so you can summon a familiar. There's different kinds of familiars as well. So, like, you know, it's another thing on the board. Like spiders and crows, and they can scratch eyes and stuff like that. Protection from good and evil. Ray of Sickness, which poisons potentially. Shield, you know what shield does? Use your reaction to throw up and get 5 armor for the round. No magic missile damage. Sleep. Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Concentration, they go prone. And they get a wisdom save. And then also Thunder Wave, which pushes all targets away from you. On a save, they take half damage. It says here, wait, it says release a wave of thunderous force that pushes away all creatures and objects on a save. Yeah, it doesn't say how far it pushes them. I don't know if it... Yeah, so any of those you want, you've got 4 more choices.
All right, let's get the one that improves people's jumps.
Okay, Enhanced Leap. That's miscellaneous.
Let's get the grease.
Grease is synergy and quite useful.
2 more.
There's also Chromatic Orb, which it says hurl a sphere that does 3d24 thunder damage and possibly creates a surface on impact. Alternatively, choose a different type of damage. So if you find something that's weak against fire, you can throw a Chromatic Orb and change them to fire. Or vice versa. You know, you can switch them around. That's why I like Chromatic. Yeah. You want that one?
I haven't decided yet because I can't remember them all. Run through them one more time, but you don't have to give me the descriptions this time.
Burning Hand, Charm Person, Chromatic Orb, Color.
Yes. I'll take Charm Person.
Okay, so charm a humanoid to prevent from attacking you. Gain advantage on charisma checks and dialogue. So, ends early if you or an ally hurt the target. Got 1 more slot.
Go down the list, please.
Yep. Expeditious Retreat, False Life, Featherfall, Find Familiar, Fog Cloud, Ice Knife, Long Strider.
Long Strider, you said, was pretty nice because somebody gets bonus to movement.
Yeah, you give a creature increased movement by 3 meters until long rest. It's no concentration.
But I'm wondering, how do you envision that being used? Who do you think needs the movement? Like, is this for like a hit and run rogue, or?
It could be a hit and run. The rogue could always, if we have a rogue, haven't decided yet. But if we have a rogue, it could definitely use that because that's run in and run out. It could also be the tank because the tank's going to have mobility or something like that. Yeah, so close the distance, run up on something.
Okay, all right, that sells me. I'll take that.
Okay, so there you go. Confirm. Okay, no abilities. All right. It's got these. Man, the Constitution's up to 15. So dump stat is strength. Eight, 13, 15, 17, 10, 12. Intelligence is going to be high. Do we want her? We want her dex up.
Obviously, pump the intelligence to the moon.
Yeah, it's all it's as up as high as it'll go.
And then dex. Is it possible to get it to a 16?
Dump charisma. Yeah, I got it to 16. So 8, 16, 13, 17, 10, 10.
13, 17, 10, 10. 13, 17, 10, 10. Do I really need... Well, wisdom saves come up a lot. Dumb charisma, and I can get that 13 to a 14, and that's another +1 per level.
So for wisdom, you want 14 to wisdom?
No. I'm trying to get the Constitution to a 14.
Oh, well.
What's the Constitution at right now? 13?
So here, 8, 16, 14, 17, 10, 8.
8, 16, 14,
17, 10, 8.
10, 8. That's a winner.
Okay, so wisdom is low. Dexterity gets a +1 bonus from the bonus and +2 to intelligence. All right, then skill proficiencies. She's going to be Arcana.
Yep.
She has a choice between. She's got one more. She automatically has Insight and Religion. She can be Investigation, History, Medicine, or yeah, History, Investigation, or Medicine. Which one?
Investigation.
Okay. Yeah, that's all she gets there. Okay. 8, 16, 14, 17, 10, 8. Check the spells. I think those were all the ones you requested. Bone Chill, Ray of Frost, Mage Hand, and High Elf Cantrip is the Firebolt. And the cool thing is she does get weapon proficiencies in spears, pikes, halberds, and glaives, and light armor and shields, so I don't know how good that's going to be for a wizard, but you never know. All right.
Well, what does armor do to the wizard if they're wearing armor? Isn't light armor basically the same as mage armor?
I'm going to give her to you now. Hold on. There.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Without delay.
Yeah, maybe. Mage armor's slightly better, actually.
Alas, time for chat.
All right.
Another. I shall be here in my camp.
All right, can you change my class? All right, so now her turn. Trying to figure out what she needs to do. Sleight of hand, Bard. She would make one weird Gith Yankee Bard. That would be funny. All right. For her, we need somebody with probably dex-based stuff. And she's probably going to need sleight of hand. You already saw how many traps and lock stuff we're dealing with.
Yep.
So then, do we want to run with a rogue, or do we want a bard and get some redundancy in spell casting?
I will let you make that decision.
Monk.
I am confident in your choice.
She has Mage Hand. She also has Martial Prodigy, so she can actually wear light and medium armor, as well as short sword, long sword, great sword. So she's kind of useless as far as I don't know. That's a weird thing. Rogue, Gith Yankee rogue. The nice thing about the bards, if I remember right, is that they get some bonus to all kinds of different stuff too. Would be nice to have guidance, man. We would use that a whole bunch.
Sure.
But I can't get that on the bard. Ranger is also dex-based. Can I get sleight of hand? I cannot get sleight of hand, though. Ooh, I can. I could be a ranger urban tracker.
Bounty hunter, really.
Well, there is favorite enemy bounty hunter. So here's if I make her a ranger instead of a rogue, okay? That means I'm gonna make her ranged then. If I did that. That wouldn't let's see. That would redundant her martial prowess a bit. Favorite enemy. Let's see. Creatures you hit with ensnaring strike, either range melee, have disadvantage on their saving throws. We'll see. Or you have sworn to serve a crown or nation, gain skill proficiency history and armor proficiency with heavy armor, which is not that useful. Sanctified stalker. You swore to hunt the enemies of a holy or druidic order. You gain proficiency in religion and cast sacred flame, which is not mage breaker. You can cast true strike, which is kind of mediocre. But urban tracker would give her sleight of hand. Although, which we would probably want, I would think.
Yeah, sleight of hand for lockpicking and traps, that's very important.
Yeah, she would need it. Almost guaranteed. Then the other thing would be... Bounty hunter would be ensnaring strike, so she could hit something with ensnaring strike, and then they have disadvantage on their saving throws. So that means that, you know, we can hit them with all kinds of stuff, including sacred flame and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Because the other ones I'm not that interested in. So it'd be a bounty hunter, urban tracker, which would kind of fall in line with her. And then she would be 100% ranged, is what I would do with her, I think.
So then it would be a three-layered approach with you up front, me in the middle, and then the two ladies in the back.
Yeah. Kind of interesting how that panned out, but yeah. So her intelligence be low, her wisdom, or charisma's gonna drop down because she's terrible at she's just not charismatic, let's be honest.
So does that mean you're the charismatic one of the group?
Yeah, clearly.
Cool.
We'll give her wisdom, so she'll be wise, because I think she gets some... She gets spells that may have some wisdom later, doesn't she? Isn't that the way they do with the Ranger, right? Ranger gets some spells, and I think they're wisdom based.
I want to say yes.
Or I could give her strength and give her a little bit of versatility, so if she gets up close, something gets up close to her, she can still fight it.
And you can also take spells. You can use wisdom as not a dump stat, but a neutral stat, and then you can take spells that don't require a modifier. If you're concerned about that.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like Longstrider or Expeditious Retreat, those spells don't require modifiers.
Right.
They just are. So if that is a concern for you, go neutral. You would like a 10. And then if... I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out there.
I could give her the strength 14 and wisdom 13, or strength 13, wisdom 14. 2 dump stats.
Well, if you're going to have her as a backliner, then my money's on wisdom, because that's also a very important saving throw.
Her constitution's a 14. I could drop that to a 12. I was kind of trying to balance her out between strength, con, and wisdom. We're already seeing that, like, there seems to be no clear backline because people are getting hit back there, but if something does come in the back line and she's kind of back there somewhere, she can help with the attacks on the wizard too. So she's like a DPSer from the back that can kind of switch it up. But yeah, let's go ahead and put it into wisdom. So I'm going 13, 17, 14, 8, 14, 8. Think that sounds reasonable? Wait, I got one more loss, but I've got one more. I can knock up her charisma or intelligence.
Be careful about how you knock her up.
Yeah, let's see. Can I drop this one and... Maybe I'll go 12, 17, 14, 10, 14, 8. So she at least has a little bit of an intelligence save, or no penalty. Charisma's penalty, but... Alright, and then she's got sleight of... skill proficiencies. Sleight of hand. Why is that only a 3? She should have, it says skill proficiencies, +5 to sleight of hand checks. Then when I check it, it doesn't show it as one of my skills. Inherited from background. Inherited from background. Intimidation and athletics. Bounty Hunter gives her that. Urban Tracker, you gain proficiency in sleight of hand. Alright, we're gonna assume it works even though it doesn't look like it does. So we're gonna give her perception and survival, and that's... well, animal handling? Well, we'll give her stealth. Yeah, let's just leave it like that. It's weird that... let me see. Man, I'm nervous, but okay, I'll take it.
Only 100 gold.
Alright, there we go. So she's there. Let me see if it worked. Where's yours? Yeah, okay, it did. It's fine. Alright. So she's awesome now. I'll level her up. Hopefully you're leveling your guy up. Your guy.
Actually, can you see me on the board?
Hold on, let me come back out. You mean Shadowheart? Yeah, I see her. Why?
No, can you see my Hesed? Can you see Hesed?
Yeah.
Because I can't. I see the circle where I ping to move him, but I can't actually see him.
That's okay. Just level up Shadowheart. You'll be fine.
Alright.
Alright. Fighting style. Archery. Yes, definitely. Spells. Hey, I can speak with animals with her. She's got
Nice.
terrible dex or charisma, though. It's one of those spells you can cast until, or you can keep up until long rest. So she'll do it. Goodberry. Didn't she get a bonus from Ensnaring Strike, though? So I need to take Ensnaring Strike, because... yeah, she needs Ensnaring Strike, so... because she has that bonus to it with the Bounty Hunter. When you hit with Ensnaring Strike, you have they have disadvantage on their saving throws. That's gonna be a big deal. Alright, level 3. Ooh, she gets a lot of stuff. Spells. Everybody, this whole episode is completely respecting.
Yeah, welcome to the shopping episode.
Yeah. Episode like 5.5. Let's see. Thorns deal weapon damage to the target and then explode. Deal an additional 1 to 10 piercing the target and surrounding enemies. That's pretty nice. They're all surrounding. I don't think I could do the good berry, but I think well, it's a dex save. That's kind of terrible. Hunter's Mark. Deal an additional 1d6 damage whenever you hit it with a weapon attack. And if it dies, I can switch it to somewhere else. Until long rest. If a creature dies before the spell ends, you can mark a new creature. So it's concentration. We're gonna go Hail of... Now let's do Hunter's Mark. She gets the Gith Yankee jump. So then now she can either be a Beastmaster, where she gets a companion to fight alongside, or Gloomstalker. She's an ambusher, so she gets +3 to initiative. Her movement increases and she deals additional damage. She has superior dark vision. She can become invisible if she's obscured. She can now hide from enemies by succeeding stealth checks, stick to the dark, and avoid enemy sightlines. So she gets a bonus action stealth. And she can disguise self, or she can be a hunter, which gains hunter's prey. Colossal Slayer if the target is below its maximum hit points. Giant Killer if it's a large creature. Or Horde Breaker. Target 2 creatures standing next to each other and attack them in quick succession. I'm gonna say Beastmaster, Jim. What do you think? Having an extra body on the field to take hits is always something nice.
Yep.
We'll leave the big damage to the Paladin, but she'll put out damage, but the Beastmaster then. And we can replace a spell. Out, change. And I don't think we're going to change either of those. So she is a Beastmaster. There we go. Alright, and you're still leveling up. Okay, so...
I'm just trying to pick my level 2 spells right now.
So, we're traveling with the famed Blade of Frontiers. I feel safer.
Wonder if there's a way to switch...
Onward.
Because she doesn't have a bow or anything right now. Oh, she does have a bow. So she has a short bow. Okay. She is wearing medium armor. It limits her dex to 2. So she's... That's pretty good. 15 armor class, even though it's... AC bonus from dexterity is limited. And she has disadvantage on stealth checks, which kind of bites. But for now, she's just going to be heavy hitter until we get something better. Wish I could figure out how to switch his, I thought there was a backpack around here somewhere I can switch people. I think it's over here.
Open up.
Traveler's chest, maybe that's it. Oh, there's a way to raid their inventory, because they've got stuff that we need. Okay, here we go, yeah. Send to Lizelle. Send to Lizelle. Oops. Send to Lizelle. Send to Lizelle. Send to Lizelle.
What do you think of the gust spell?
Is that a push or something?
Yeah, it's a push, but it also gets rid of like clouds, like stinking cloud or fog, things like that. Gust of wind. Summon a strong wind that clears all clouds and pushes creatures back 5 meters, forcing them off balance.
Off balance gives them disadvantage, I think.
I'm just saying, do we come across a lot of like air-based problems?
Air-based? I mean, like I said, you know what I'm talking about. This is one of those games where they throw the kitchen sink at you.
Right. There's a lot of good ones. There's Shatter, which does damage to crystalline and rock things. There's Melf's Acid Arrow, which is just awesome. Featherfall.
We don't need to see him naked. We're gonna see him naked. Sorry.
Wah wah.
There you go. Wear that, dude. Wear this. That's better.
Alright, I'm taking it. I don't know if it's a good thing, but I'm doing it.
Okay. I made them wear their camp clothes. Yeah, I mean, you can always swap it out later. Okay. All right. Well, everybody, hope you enjoyed the episode. We'll catch you in the actual one next time. What do you say, Jim?
Shopping.
Shopping.
Everybody's got to do it.
Yeah, it's going to have one of those every series. All right. We'll catch you next one, everybody. Peace out.